let's take a look and see how to get your assignments and how to turn them in. First of all, from your home page, from whatever class, this class happens to be Design 300. It works the same for all of the classes that I teach this semester, whether it be 300 or 320 or 302 or 330, 498, they'll all be the same. You can go to your Get Assignments and Turn in Work, which are essentially in the modules. So Get Assignments and Turn in Work, and you will find a heading that says Find Assignment Here. From there, you can get, for whichever week you happen to be on or whichever section you're working on, you can get that assignment. Okay, so let's take a look and see what the first assignment is here. You go to the module. Here's the assignment guide to help you out. And I happen to have this one open already, but you would click on that and go to it. And there it is. Okay, so again, this happens to be Design 300. And the cover page tells you about which course it is and what the topic is and what the goals for this unit or this set of assignments are. Okay, and up in the right, it'll tell you about how many hours of lecture are planned for this unit, how much homework you might see, and the total duration. So this, in this case, it'll take 2 weeks to do. And there will usually be a little video with a very brief overview of the unit. Okay, so the next thing is page 2, which is very, very important. That's your resources page. It'll tell you when things are due and where they should be done and how to get to them. Sometimes it'll be a snip from Canvas in where your assignments are due. Sometimes there'll be very definitive due dates listed, but this will tell you where it is. There'll be a set of YouTube videos. Again, sometimes it looks a little different. Sometimes it'll look like this or like this. But in general, you will see an area with videos. And here's a YouTube playlist that will be of interest. And a list of what has to get turned in. Those are called deliverables. And there will be some description over on the right-hand side. In the middle are all the resources that you're going to need. They're all links to things that you may need to do to access to do the work. Okay, so as an example, there might be a SketchUp file to start with, or a doc to look at, or an image to look at, or a publication to read. So those are all listed, and they're by section. This is all part of section 1. So this is section 1.1, 1.2, and those are really sets of activities. Okay, and each activity or section has its own sheet that you can go to learn about it. Those sheets may have videos associated with them. They will have instructions, usually 3 steps. Look at that. There's a typo to fix. Okay. Usually there will be 3 steps. There will be the title and what you're doing and what the goal of this activity is. And so there will be a set of those to go through. Okay. And at the end, there will be something about how are you going to certify your work. And it's a little bit different for each class. Again, there are a couple of steps in this particular class. You'll go to the workbook, certify your work, and add a word cloud. And there could be additional work. These are not graded, but they're things that you can do that are extra that make your portfolio and your preparation for the workplace a little bit stronger. Okay, so those are all of the activities. They're all specified in here. And sometimes you're going to turn in a file, and sometimes you're going to put something in a workbook. So let's take a look here. This one is add images to your workbook. Down at the end here somewhere, there's going to be actually submit your work. Okay. Okay. But it'll tell you different things to do. But when it says put it in your workbook, the workbook is given right at the top of the resource page. And it will ask you to make your own copy of it. You have to be in Google Drive to be able to make your own copy. So you make a copy of for yourself, and then you do your work right in that copy. Okay? You're going to do your work in Google Slides. Okay? And it pretty much follows along with what you're supposed to do. And sometimes it'll look like this, where it's an 8.5 by 11. Sometimes it'll be an 11 by 17. But there will be places identified for you to put your work for each activity. So this would be activity 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 that goes along with these. Okay, so it's all identified for you where your work goes, and what you put in your workbook is identified in each activity. Okay, in this case, you're adding images of the work you did in these two steps. Okay, now when it comes to doing your assignments, that's in your turn in work here. In this case, all that's being shown is a progress check, but there will be more to do. For instance, if I leave the student view, you will see that there are more things to do that will come up on their due dates. Okay? But you'll only see the ones that are published right now. And the newest things due will be at the top. The oldest things will be at the bottom. So you just need to be watching your turn in work here. There will be a rubric that will tell you what to do. And of course, this one, since I'm in the student view, it's not available yet. But you would actually do your submittal in here. And there will be a little button that will show you how to submit it. There will in general be something that says what to put in, how many points it's worth, what file type you should use, and how the grade is assigned. So there you go. That is your preview of assignments and how to go about doing them for my classes in the spring of 2023.